full name is Aiden Demarie Logan. I'm 17 and I'm a senior. And what my hobbies are is basketball,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with friends, and video games.
Oh, awesome. Are you on your school basketball team?
Probably. Well,
Probably,
there
yeah.
is eventually they're starting up a basketball team for my
Okay.
school.
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, so it's also kind of just something that you like to do on your free time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so what qualities of yourself are you most proud of? You can pick like 3, or if you want to do a little bit more, you can.
Okay. What I'm most proud of myself is being responsible. That's what I'm doing. Being independent
Mm-hmm.
and staying on task and
Staying on
hard working also.
Yeah. No, that makes total sense. So like kind of like making sure that you can balance school and also like all the things that you want to do, just kind of keeping on track.
Correct.
Yeah, awesome. What is a favorite activity to do right now outside of school or work?
I just like to do sports
Mm-hmm.
and just exercise.
Yeah. Did you kind of grow up doing sports? Was it kind of something that was instilled or did you kind of discover it yourself? Like what kind of initially drew you to kind of that activity?
I just discover it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. What's a talent or skill you possess that not many people know about?
Talent.
Mm-hmm. Or skill. Something you're kind of just proud
skill
of.
is like hard working
Mm-hmm.
and accountable, and I think those are the 2 words I can know.
Nice. What is an accomplishment, personal project, or extracurricular activity that you're proud about working on?
Can digital media will be one?
Yeah,
I just
totally.
did digital media and I didn't do digital media in this year, but the last 2 years I
Yeah.
did digital media.
Oh, that's awesome. What were kind of like, do you have any like specific projects that you were working on in digital media that you were like interested in?
Yes, I've been doing Premiere Pro projects,
Okay.
Photoshop, Adobe,
Yeah.
all of that.
No, that's like really, honestly, like that sort of stuff like is lost on me. So that's very impressive. Is it something that you're looking as like a career path, or is it more just like an interest that you kind of had to kind of take on this task?
No, it's just I just know, I like being creative, but I just want
Creative.
to.
Okay.
My job is going to be computer science.
Computer science. Okay, super cool. So kind of, but then that's like kind of your creative outlet. That's
Yeah.
really cool. That's awesome. What are some of the things that you've kind of created, if you don't mind?
I do website development.
Website development. Okay, that's super cool. That's awesome. Okay, that's really, really interesting. What sort of tips would you give someone who's trying to get into like similar like website development, kind of more creative media? Like, do you have any tips of like stuff that helped you when you were first kind of initially taking on kind of like this new thing that you're interested in?
The tips that helped me is Hidden Genius Project. I started this when I was 13.
Oh, wow.
4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's awesome. Wow. So you've been doing it kind of for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Tell me about someone who has left an impact on you and why.
For example, my cousin, because he plays basketball and I like basketball.
Oh, awesome.
That impacted me in my life because I think I know how I think my cousin teach me how to play basketball
Mm-hmm.
a little bit.
Yeah. What is a challenge that you have had to work through and how has it shaped you?
The challenge that I have to work through is going to history, and that is a challenging part of my subject.
Okay. And how have you kind of like so if that's something that kind of in school you've had a little bit more of a challenge on, like how have you kind of overcome that? And like how have you worked through it?
I work through it by reading the paragraphs
Mm-hmm.
to understand more and answer the questions than when I feel confident on it.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So like what's some advice like outside of that you would give to like other students who are kind of having like difficulty in a subject or going through something similar?
Well, I was just gonna kind of help students. If I'm a student, I should help the students because
Yeah.
that will be very nice to them.
Yeah. So you kind of believe in like the whole like kind of mentorship between like your peers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Is there a cause or social issue that you're passionate about? And why is it important to you?
Yes. So I just like working like computer science
Okay.
since 2020.
Okay.
Uh, and that is just like hitting genius. I just like going into this like 2020.
Okay. And what specifically interested you in computer science?
What interested me is the website development.
Development.
Like
Okay.
I was like building websites and like computers, and the program that I use is Coursera. I've been doing that like a year.
Okay. Awesome. And what initially brought you to computer science? Like, is there someone that kind of brought it up for you, or is it just kind of a passion that you discovered yourself?
I discovered it myself.
Okay. Um, and what are you hoping to do with that, like, kind of career? Like, so are you a junior or a senior?
Senior.
Senior. So what are you excited for next? Like, once you graduate, like, what's your next step?
My next step when I graduate, I'm gonna go to Wayfinders College.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. So where's that?
It's in Fresno State.
Fresno State. Okay, super cool. So, and then you'll go for computer science?
Yeah.
What are you most excited about, like?
I'm most excited about being independent and living with my roommate,
Mhm.
if I have a roommate.
Yeah.
So for my goals is to be independent.
Okay.
Like I just like did something independent things.
Mhm.
I did something. I did something independent. That's like YLF.
Okay.
It's like youth leadership forums
Yeah.
where I stayed. It's like kind of like a hotel, but it's an apartment.
Yeah.
With my roommate.
Oh, that's awesome.
And for for second independent, I just have a job at working at Legoland.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you enjoy it?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I work at the gift shop at Sea Life.
Oh, that's super cool. Okay. What are your, like, favorite things about those jobs?
Favorite things?
Yeah, like, what do you enjoy about working there?
What I enjoy working here is I like working with customers.
Okay. Yeah. What kind of is your favorite thing when you're working with customers, like, kind of communicating with them?
Like working with the cash register
Mhm.
and restocking so that people would need it. And the other thing was volunteering with JPAC.
Okay.
JPAC Camp, Special Needs Network, Joe Patton Academy, JPAC Camp.
Yeah. That's super cool.
The thing is uh, because I volunteer at camp counselor. I work with kids with activities,
Oh, that's awesome. What activities?
basketball and sports and others activities. I don't remember what activities are.
Yeah.
And also I help with the snacks
Mhm.
and others that your camp counselor can do.
Yeah. What is your favorite thing about kind of helping out with basketball at the camp?
And then helping out with basketball is perfect. So I get to teach kids how to shoot the ball,
Mhm.
And aim for the square.
Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you're pretty good at it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been playing basketball?
Since I was 5.
Nice. What is, like, your kind of, like, dream with computer science? Like, what are you kind of hoping once you go to school? What's kind of your dream job?
It's like in the future I will become a computer scientist.
Mhm. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is kind of something that I'm interested in because you're kind of working with, like, Adobe Photoshop, stuff like that.
Yeah.
What are kind of, like, the most important things to know about kind of wanting to get into website design? Like, what are some of the things that you've learned through kind of, like, teaching yourself and then also hoping to go to school for it? Like, what are some, like, top things to know if I wanted to get into what you're doing? What would you kind of tell me?
Like you have to, like, for example, you have to to figure it out, and it's like HTML, study the basics of HTML, JavaScript, Python, and others.
Yeah, so, like, coding and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like coding?
Yeah, I like coding.
Yeah. What is kind of like your favorite thing about coding in general?
My favorite thing about coding is like I like computers and I want to see how they work.
How they work. Yeah, that makes total sense. Is that kind of what initially got you interested in computer science, is like figuring out how things kind of work?
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. How would your friends describe you?
They describe me as funny, responsible, and hardworking.
Awesome. And like, what's one of your favorite experiences with your friends? Like, if you could think of a time, like you talked about how you like playing basketball with your friends, video games, kind of expand a little, like what's kind of one of your favorite times that you've had with them?
The favorite times that I had with them is going to prom with them,
Oh, awesome.
and going to activity like bowling and paintball.
Oh, awesome. Do you like bowling? I love bowling.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about bowling?
it's like I have to aim I have to aim the pins and knock them down and try to get a strike.
Yeah. So it feels like you're kind of very like determined. I feel like that's also a good skill, is like you're very determined. So when you kind of learn new things, you kind of make sure that you completely understand them, kind of master them in the best way, like kind of possible. So I feel like that would also be like kind of a good skill of like determination, independence, hardworking. Thank you so much for kind of answering all of our questions and giving us a little bit more information about you.
You're welcome.
Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this person's story, don't forget to subscribe below to hear more from our inspiring youth. If you want to apply for our Storyteller Scholarship or get more involved in our organization, click the link below to apply. Thanks for watching!